Hi everyone, I'm Holly from Handprinted and I'm going to show you how to screen print a graphite drawing onto paper. I have got here a graphite stick. This one is a 6B, so it's nice and dark. I've got a 90T A4 silk screen that is attached to an A4 screen printing board that's got hinge clamps attached at the top. I've already taped off an aperture on my screen, so I'm just going to be working in this area here. I'm not going to be using any ink for this process at all. I'm just going to be using acrylic screen printing medium. This is a System 3 acrylic screen printing medium, which is colourless, and my graphite stick. These graphite sticks are now available on our website, handprinted.co.uk, as well as these screen printing boards, the screens, tape, squeegee, medium, and everything else you need for this technique, as well as lots more. So please do have a look. So here I've got my screen set up on my hinge clamps here on my board, and I've got a 225mm squeegee that fits the screen. I'm going to start off by using my graphite stick to draw an image onto the screen. You want to lay down quite a lot of graphite. You really want that powder to go into and onto the mesh, quite dark. It's not a very sharp point because I don't want to damage the mesh. I just want to lay down that graphite powder. Okay, so here I've got my drawing. It's drawn quite darkly on the mesh. I'm using a 90T mesh here. A little graphite powder has come through to the board underneath, so you can just sweep that away. It can help to hold your screen a little bit above your board while you're printing. You can pop something, even just like a pencil, under the frame, just to hold it away from the board underneath. You can keep the drawing as loose or as tight as you want to, and I've also used the graphite stick just by scraping it against my nail, just to put down a little bit of powder there, because I kind of wanted a kind of radish straight from the soil, or I guess it looks a bit more like a beetroot, straight from the soil there, so I've got like a sprinkly effect. So the next part is really simple. I just want to put my paper underneath, and then I've got my lovely acrylic screen printing medium, and I'm going to put a row of it along the top on my tape line there. Now I'm going to lay my screen down and use the squeegee at a 45-degree angle to push that through the mesh. I'm going to press quite hard. Lift up your screen to reveal your print underneath. Now this is a type of mono screen printing, so it really just creates individual prints that are unique, but there's still a little bit of powder in that mesh, so I can go back and print another one, and it should just be a paler version. So here's my second print. The drawing is most definitely still there, but it's a few shades paler than the original. You can keep going and get as much of the graphite out of the mesh on prints as you like. The last time I did this, I got about 9 prints before it completely disappeared, but that will depend on how much graphite you're laying down in the mesh. So you might get more or you might get less. Here's my third print, even paler, but still definitely there. Now when you're finished with your prints, you can scrape up any remaining medium, but it's going to have little flecks of graphite in it. So it's not a good idea to put it straight back in your pot. So what I like to do is have a separate pot just for the medium I've used for this technique. Then I can use it again for this graphite mono printing technique, and the background will have a little sort of grey tone to it. I don't want to contaminate my lovely clean medium with the slightly grey tone stuff. As soon as you're finished printing, wash your screen with cold water to get out all the remaining medium and the last of that graphite. Then when it's dry, you can go back in with a new drawing and do some more. Happy printing!